Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Hi everybody, welcome to my latest little video. It's Beatle Dave calling to you from Derby in the UK. I hope you're all doing well out there. You might actually get 2 videos today. First of all, a very happy birthday to my old mate Ringo Starr. I did mean to do a video on Friday, but unfortunately I was at work, so I couldn't do one. So happy birthday, Ringo. 83 years, young mate. Keep up the good work. This video, getting back to the topic, is the finds that we found when I took Sue out on Thursday, because it was her birthday on Friday, but obviously because I had to work, that's why we went out on Thursday. We went to a lovely little town not far from us called Belper, and we had a walk around the town and everything. Had a lovely meal, and we went to Belper Antiques and Record Centre, I think it was called, and I spent quite a bit of money. Everything that's in this bag, basically. A couple of LPs and some singles. Did I really need to buy both the LPs? In all fairness, probably not. Did I need to buy all of the singles? In all fairness, some of them, maybe not, but others of them, yes, because I didn't have them. But that's the thing, that's the collection. Me, if ever I see something, even if I've already got copies of it and it's at a decent price, I'll still buy it, because I can always upgrade it, or if anything happens to the copies that I've got. So the first record that I got was, and I can hear you all going to moan at me now, is a mono copy of Revolver. I paid £35 for this, which, to be honest, I don't think is that bad. It's not in too bad a condition, to be honest. It is in the Gerald and Lofthouse Limited Patents Pending sleeve. I don't know if you can see that there. You've got Dr. Robert on side 2, as in Doctor, as in DR. There. You don't get the original inner sleeve with it there. That's the drawback with this one. And I think, if I remember rightly, yeah, you've got Dr. Robert on here on side 2, which is spelled as DR, as in DR for Doctor. And this is just excuse me while I just get my glasses. I was determined that I wasn't going to wear my glasses for this video, but when I'm reading metrics numbers and stuff, I have to. So it is sold in the UK subject to price retail conditions on the labels. So I've got the Gramophone Co. there, and then you've got the Made in Great Britain at the bottom there. So side 1 is, because it's mono, isn't it? So it's XEX 605/2, and then on side 2 it's XEX 606 side 2 stroke 2. So this is what they call a second pressing, isn't it? Although it was still released in 1966. Lovely labels, really nice condition. I will be honest, I haven't had time to play these yet, so, but looking at this, I think this is just going to need a quick cleaning and it'll be okay to play. Don't think there's any tax codes on it, is there? No, can't see any tax codes. So that is label 1, or side 1, and then that is label 2, side 2. Really nice condition, actually. Yeah, I did end up spending quite a bit of money, to be honest, on records and on a meal for Sue and things like that. But yeah, lovely copy, mono UK pressing of Revolver, and like I say, £35, you can't really go wrong at that. Did I really need another copy of this? Probably not, to be honest, but like I say, as in it, the collection me, if I see something and I think it's cheap enough, I will always buy it. You might disagree. Some of you might think you only need 1 copy of certain records, isn't it? It's entirely up to you. We're all different, aren't we? Cheers, by the way. This is just water. I hope wherever you are, it's a lovely day. It's really nice in the UK for change. Now, the second LP is a copy of David Bowie, Never Let Me Down. Probably not one of his best albums ever made, but there's some good songs on it. Just in case you don't know it, I'll go through the track listing. So you've got Day In Day Out, which was a single. Time Will Crawl, which was a single. Beat of Your Drum, Never Let Me Down, which was a single. Zeros. Then you've got Glass Spider, Shining Star, New York's in Love, 87 and Crichton, Bang Bang. Now this is a reissue. This is brand new. It is sealed. It has not been opened. 108 high remastered heavy vinyl, 180 gram. It says on there. Do you want me to open it? Shall I open it? I will open it. I'll be very, very careful because I've only got a penknife up here, so I've got to be very careful that I don't damage the record because this is quite a thick knife. Just bear with me 1 second, folks. Which is probably just as well that I've got my glasses on, isn't it? And this was cheap. This was cheap. Brand new, sealed. You've just seen me undo that, haven't you? £16 this was. Which for David Bowie's album's not that bad, is it? Didn't get any goodies in with it. Excuse me, boys. Oh, cheers. That's the first time I've sneezed in about 3 days, by the way. But I've got the windows open in the music room, so, and they've been cutting the grass on the park and everything, so you get the nice inner sleeve with the words to the songs. I presume that the label on this is going to be just like the original one, which it is to the best of my knowledge. So, you can feel the static on this. So that is side one. Where the original one in the UK would have been on EMI America. So this is on Parlophone. So it wouldn't have got the original. The original would have had the Parlophone logo on it. And that's side two. I did do a poll while we got a David Bowie album in our hands. It's lovely, isn't it? I have done a poll saying that I've got quite a few David Bowie albums, and I might do a mini series. Now, so far, everything has been quite positive on that, and people have been like saying, "Yeah, Dave, please do it. We'd like to see, you know, some of your albums." So I'm going to do it. It will be probably, it might be starting next weekend, but it's not going to be. It's going to be in so many. It's going to be a mini series, so it'll be like in so many episodes. I'll probably just do like 5 or 6 albums at a time. But I will warn you, there's a hell of a lot of albums to look at, and this will be one now. Although I've got the original one. So that is the albums that we got, and then I've got a lot of singles. And again, some of these singles I didn't need, and others of them I hadn't got. So, but in all fairness, the chap did do me a really good deal. I'll start with some of the more interesting ones first. Bear with 1 sec. That one there. 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 Right, so do you want the Beatles or the non-Beatles ones first? We'll do the Beatles ones first. They are, most of them are Beatles connected anyway. The first one is one of these 1976 reissues that came out in the green sleeves. And this is the Ballad of John and Yoko and Come Together. They do need a clean, but in all fairness, they don't look like they've had much play. Although there's a little sticker on there for some reason. I don't know why, because that's nothing to do with the catalogue number. And then you've got Old Brown Shoe, which, in all honesty, the version of this always sounds better to me than the version on some certain compilations. That was £3. So yeah, I've got to try and get that sticker off. But for £3, you can't go wrong, can you, folks? Then I got another one of these reissues, which I don't really need, but I just got them because I got them for a decent price. So this is We Can Work It Out, and Day Trip again doesn't look like it's really had much play at all. But for £3, and to be honest, at the end of the day, I didn't really pay a lot for these, which I will come to if you manage to stay to the end of the video, which I hope that you will. Then we've got I Feel Fine, She's a Woman, one of the best singles the Beatles ever released, I think. Again, it's dusty, doesn't look like it's ever been played though. In fact, that one doesn't look like it's ever been played. I bet these have just been stood in somebody's record box for years and years and years. That one was £2.50, and then this one was £2.50. Get Back and Don't Let Me Down. Excuse me. That one has been played slightly. Yeah, like I say, at the end of this video, I will actually tell you what I paid for all these, or what it should have come to. Just bear with 1 sec, folks. I've just got to wipe my nose a little bit. But that's the singles that I didn't really need, but I got them because they were dead cheap. Then we've got this is by a band called The Hollies, who were a fantastic band in their own right. I think this, you can still go and see a version of these touring now, although I think there's only the drummer and a guitarist, Tony Hicks and Bobby Elliott, I think. And this is one of them where they sort of like tried a bit of psychedelia. I think the main songwriter on this was Graham Nash, and it's King Midas in reverse. He's King Midas in reverse. He's King Midas with a kiss. And on the B side is Everything Is Sunshine. On Parlophone. And that was £5. That one was £5. Which, yeah, is quite a bit to pay for a single, but these don't come up very often. And that is probably one of the rarer Hollis singles to collect. Then I was lucky enough to find this one by The Move. As you know, I love The Move. This is Wild Tiger Woman, which obviously was recorded as a single, because this is the UK copy, on Regal Zonophone from 1968. It's actually a really, really nice song. Why this never charted up, I don't really know. And on the B side is Omnibus by Roy Wood. So they're both written by Roy Wood, aren't they? So that's the A side, and that's the B side. And it is in its original company sleeve. Again, these are worth quite a bit. This was, again, a little bit more than what I really wanted to pay, but in all fairness, that's the first time I've ever seen it on a single. I don't think they're impossible to get, but I think they're few and far between, if that makes sense. And that was £10, or should have been £10. All right, so that's that one. Then we've got, this is nice. This is nice. An original copy of My Generation by The Who on, is it Brunswick? And on the back of that is Shout and Shimmy, which was a cover version, wasn't it? It's not in excellent condition. It does need a clean, but it doesn't appear to have any marks on it. So that's side one. People try to put me down, talking about my generation, just because I get around. That's the B side. This was, I don't think this was that much actually. Right, they have a habit of putting the prices on the inside of the sleeve, so that was £6. £6 for original copy of My Generation by The Who. In its original company sleeve. Okay, the company sleeve's not brilliant, but, you know, I didn't think that was that bad. Then we've got a copy of Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas, who were really, really big, and John and Paul did actually write quite a few songs for Billy J. Kramer. And if you're a Billy J. Kramer fan, apparently he's making a new record. Listen to it. This is from 1965, and this is a Backrack and David song, and it's Trains and Boats and Planes, and you'll know it go do 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 do. In fact, when I was a kid, there used to be a program that I used to watch every, I think it was Saturday morning or Sunday morning. It was called Model World, and every episode he'd like build a train set or build a boat, or you know, something like that. Really, really brilliant program. I don't think it's ever been repeated. And this, or you know, that instrumental version of this was actually the theme tune to that song, Trains and Boats and Planes, because it built a model plane that you could like fly, a radio controlled boat, a train set. And on the B side of this is That's the Way I Will, which is Jeep music, which was set up by Dick James and Brian Epstein, wasn't it? I think this is the original company sleeve. KT, oh, hang on. Yeah, KT tax code, 1965. Again, this just does need a bit of a wipe. Doesn't look like it's ever been played, or hardly ever been played. Yeah, I love some of the early 60s songs. Billy J. Kramer, you know. Do that. How much was that one? That one was £5, £5 for that. Yeah, Billy J. Kramer and the Dakoters. Cliff Bennett and the Revolvers. This one's quite unusual because this is I Should Have Known Better, and it's on Parlophone, but it's not the Beatles. This is a band called The Naturals, and this was from 1964. And it's quite funny because it says I Should Have Known Better, and then in brackets it says from the film A Hard Day's Night, which it was, but not this version of it. I'm not sure who actually produced this because it doesn't say. And on the B side is Don't I, and that's by L. Con, and that is by published by Dick James Music. But this is quite a hard one to come by. Shame somebody's scribbled on the sleeve, because I do think that's the original sleeve. And this one was, how much was this one? £4. £4 that was. Usually go for a bit more than that on certain internet selling sites. And then we've got, this is the last one that I got. And I got this for the B side, but I think it's the B side. 2728. Cliff Bennett and the Revolvers. He had a version of Got to Get You Into My Life, and I think he did a version of Back in the USSR as well. Again, it's on Parlophone from 1964. One Way Love, Russell Meads, Cliff Bennett and the Revolvers. Merlin Music Limited. So that's the A side. But I bought this for the B side. Again, slight Beatles connection because it's Slow Down. The old Larry Williams song, which of course the Beatles did. Didn't they? They did a version of that around this time, wasn't it? 1964. 1964, 1965. So I got this so I can compare this version to the Beatles version, because John Lennon does a fantastic vocal on this. This one I've never heard. But Cliff Bennett had a really, really good voice. He was one of those people that could sing rock songs dead good, or he could sing ballads and soul and things like that. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6 singles there, and there's two albums. Bearing in mind, the Revolver album was £35, and then the David Bowie album was £16 or £16.50. So I've told you what they were, but I actually think that, no, there's not, is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's these ones, weren't there? 7, 8, 9. So there's 10 singles there. I think I actually got these for nothing, and I think I got a couple of the ones for nothing because he actually knocked me £15 off. Came to £95, and I paid him £80 for the whole lot. Which, yes, I know is a lot of money. And yeah, those singles I probably didn't need. Those I hadn't got, so you know they were the more expensive ones than them. The David Bowie one, you know, the brand new remastered version that was sealed, but we've just unsealed it. I'm glad I've got that because I think the copy I've got is okay, but it's nothing special. So that was definitely yes. And this one's definitely yes because I just wanted to buy it, even though I didn't really need it. But it does look in really, really, really nice condition. So that's going to be it. As always, folks. you know, thank you to everybody that's subscribing. So the subscriptions have gone a bit mad. Well, they haven't, because I've been doing it for nearly 2 years, but in the past couple of weeks they seem to have gone up and up and up. But I think a lot of that is down to, yes, people just coming across my channel and subscribing, but I think a lot of it is because a lot of other Beatles channels or VC channels do actually mention me every now and again. People like Nick's Vinyl Butty, Matthew Streets mentioned me a couple of times. Beatle Brad is always mentioning me. Beatle Turns Beatles channel is always mentioning me. Beatleman69 sometimes mentions me. That's just a few of them, you know. So thank you to those guys out there, because without you, this channel wouldn't be as popular as it is at the minute. I think we're on about 900 subscriptions at the minute, which isn't that bad. I would like to get a few more, don't get me wrong. So if you've watched this video and you're not subscribed, just think about subscribing, because it is free. It doesn't cost you a penny. And if you are subscribed, tell your friends or your family. Say, yeah, check Beatle Dave out, you know. Yes, 99% of the time it is the Beatles, but, you know, he does sometimes do things on other artists. Like I said, we are going to start doing a mini-series on David Bowie, which hopefully will start next weekend, hopefully. Yeah, so thank you to everybody that is subscribing. Especially thank you to all the new subscribers, and thank you to all the old subscribers. You know, I am absolutely amazed at how the subscriptions have started to go up all of a sudden. But I think most of that is down to Rachel's ghost, in all honesty. I really do think it is down to Rachel's ghost. And I think one of my videos might have been put on somebody else's channel as well. Like, they've promoted it, but they've actually shown a video, which also helps. So thank you to everybody that is supporting me and has been supporting me, and hopefully will continue to support me. I love you all. I really do. I love you all. I still think some of my subscribers are the best out there, in all honesty. That's no disrespect to other people, subscribers on other channels. You know, I think we've just really got a really friendly bunch here. Stay tuned, because that was going to be the main video for today, but this has come as well. A bargain mystery box. That's a mystery to you lot, not mystery to me. So I am going to be doing a video on that as well, but I'm not going to, I'm going to do it as a separate video. So I'm starting to waffle now, but like I say, I'm really excited that you know, it looks like we are, hopefully, fingers crossed, we might even get to over 1,000 by the end of this month. Subscribers, that is. So like I say, if you've not subscribed, please just think about subscribing. It is free. If you've liked my video, do me a favour, leave me a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment also, you know, just do it. I do try and answer your comments as quick as I can, but sometimes due to work commitments it won't be straight away, if that makes sense. So remember, you are the Beatle Dave. Thank you to everybody out there for subscribing, leaving me likes, leaving me comments. You know, it does mean the world to me. I'm actually quite overwhelmed at how well this channel is doing at the minute. And so till the next time, it's peace, love and happiness. Happy birthday, Ringo. 83 years young, or he was on Friday. Today is Sunday. And, you know, happy birthday to one of the best drummers in the world, as John would say. So that's going to be it. Remember, I love you all, and I'll see you again very soon.